Hello friends, I'm Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti, and I forgot to, no, I remembered, I forgot the word remember. I remembered to do all the things today. The microphone is on, the camera's on. I remembered that it's Monday, and I stream at 10 p.m. on Mondays, Eastern time. The past couple streams have been a little rough. I forgot to turn on the mic 2 streams ago, and then yesterday I forgot it was Sunday. I thought it was Monday. You know, and now, what's happening over here? Why is this not? Oh, I know why. Ah, I did forget something. Awesome. I forgot to to do this. Hey, wait, hey, there we go. Well, wouldn't be a CiottiFPV stream if if something didn't go wrong, right? Welcome, friends. Bob Bruce is first. RT McKinney was next. Frank Nicholas, McConnell Studios, Storm Rider FPV, Douglas Otwell, Hockey Rounds, Danzel the Terrible, Nani FPV. I don't know why I sang it, songed it. Riot 9, Metal Dirtskin, Stavel, Justin Waller, Northern Tier, Freelo Joe, Riot 9 again, Rob Axelson, Tongue Out FPV. Tongue Out FPV. I swear to God, if that's not your name because when you fly you go, then I'm gonna be very upset. and you should give up that name until we find someone that goes when they fly, and they should get that name. But I don't know why you would choose that name if you didn't stick your tongue out while you're flying. Rob Axelson, Brandon Wood for Mr. Blue Sky, Danzo the Terrible. There it is. It is. He's tongue out says it is. Nice. It was either that or Shamble. Right 9 says full concentration. Free logos. Lojo says, would you like some OG 2203/4s? I won't use them, Free Lojo, but they would be an excellent giveaway item. So if you want to donate them to the gangliest of gangs, and I'll put them in a giveaway in the future, that's amazing. But I won't personally use those motors. I tried the old school 2203s. I've not tried the newer, bigger motor, but the old school 2203s were too big for me, so I had no reason to try the 2204s. Back when I was dialing in the Cinesplore twins back here, I tried a whole bunch of different motors. I tried the FPVcycle 2203s, a whole bunch of different 2204s. I'm sorry, 2004s rather. And what I found is just that the higher KV, that's kind of the key, 2004, sorry, had plenty of power, and they kept the weight of the rig down a little bit. Like, don't get me wrong, the 2203s are fine. And if you've got a heavy Cinewhoop, those are the motors that you want, the FPVcycle 22mm flat motors. But my Cinesplore builds are very lightweight. I'm not carrying a lightweight camera. I'm still carrying a Hero 10, Hero 11, but the rest of the build is nice and light. And I don't, like, I think that a lot of people building Cinewhoops, I don't think, I know. I know that a lot of people building Cinewhoops are not using them, like, they're basically flying them freestyle, right? They're just building them for fun, and they're going out to a park and railing it around the park. And if that's how you're flying it, you probably want the bigger motor because you're trying to cover a bunch of ground with it, right? Like, it's a part of freestyle, is like you're charging forward. The way that I use the Cinewhoops is to film like subjects, and they're typically people. Every once in a while it's like a car rolling slow, but when I fly a Cinewhoop, it's in order to go, it's to go slow. If I want to go fast, I fly something without prop guards. And for going slow and being really accurate and really technical, lighter weight is better. And so I have a feeling maybe that's why for me, the perfect Cinewhoop setup is on 2004s. I do have, so for a long time I had them both on 2004s. Now it's just the Tooth Fairy 2 and the lightweight Cinesplore that are on 2004s. The fat Cinesplore here is on 2104s. Which Bob made a run in a custom KV 3500 for pretty much us. Like, I told him a bunch of folks in my chat were interested, and I was interested in a few sets, and he had them made for us. And yeah, the 2104s at 3500, I think it's 3500, isn't it? Is that what we had him do? You guys probably remember better than I do. 2104. Yep, 3500 kV on 4S with the Gemfan 5 blades is just an amazing setup. I went to those 2104s when I went from the GoPro Hero 8, which is like 120 something grams, to the Hero 10, which is like 140 something grams. It's a fat shit. So yeah, kind of made sense there. And to be honest, like, you can feel that it's heavier for sure, but in terms of like power to weight ratio, the rig on the 2104 3500s feels just like the lighter weight rig with the Hero 8 on it with the 2004s in lower KV. So that was kind of cool. I think I might have the 2104s motor limited down just a little bit. I thought there was this. Oh, that hurts. That's a sneeze and a yawn at the same time. Oh, that's weird. Hold on. I might have just died. Wow. I can't say that's ever happened before. Ooh. Okay. That's weird. That's confusing. That's confusing. Very confusing. In the chat, if you'd like to talk directly to me, all you gotta do is type CiottiFPV and it'll light up an orange shirt of the day. Is available over on the Etsy store. Not the Etsy store, the Teespring store. We now call ourselves the Gangly Gang, but for a long time we called ourselves the Collective. So get your old school cool shirt over at the Teespring store. But hey, if you want to talk directly to me in the chat, all you got to do is type CiottiFPV, and I will read your comment. When you type CiottiFPV, if you spell it right, it'll light up an orange like this. You don't have to put the @ in front of it. If I type Justin Waller's name and I spell it correctly and I put a space in between Justin and Waller, for him and only him, it'll light up an orange. So if you want to get each other's attention, you can do that. Just type somebody's name, spell it right, and yeah. It'll light up an orange for them. This is my full-time job. Please help me. I need your help. I'm fully funded and sponsored by you beautiful people. That way, when I do reviews of stuff, you don't have to think like, oh shit, was he sent this for free? Is he just saying nice stuff because he wants to get another one for free when they come out with their next rig? Nobody sends me anything. You guys send me stuff, actually. And yeah, that's pretty awesome. So if a company does, first of all, if a company sends me something, like, good on them, because I explain this to them, and I explain to them that, like, I don't pull punches. If there's a problem, I'm going to be talking about it. If the whole thing is terrible, I'm going to say the whole thing is terrible. So, like, if you guys have ever seen a company send me something, A, that company's got big balls. B, that company doesn't care about, like, they're not trying to hide stuff. You know what I mean? So, like, when you see We Bleed FPV and Newbie Drone and some of these other shops send me, like, prototypes or just products, yeah, like, that's, they got guts, yo, and that's a good thing. I mean, realistically, they stand behind their products and they want to know what they want to know how to make them better. So, yeah, a lot of cool things come from you guys being the ones that keep this thing going. There are a bunch of different ways that you can help me with that. Click the thumbs up, that's free. Leave a comment, hang out in the chat and talk. And then over on my website, CiottiFPV.com, there's a whole bunch of other ways that you can help me out. Patreon absolutely helps me the most. This is the closest thing that I have to a paycheck, and this is the way that you get the most value out of a couple of bucks a month. For $3 a month, which is 7.5 cents per hour of content from your gangly buddy, Ciotti Donkey, you can join my Patreon, and that's going to give you full access to the Discord, access to 2 different Facebook groups, access to a YouTube playlist with like almost 90 videos, sketchy flying, half-done edits, Patreon-only live streams that we've done in the past. And you'll get access to the Patreon page, which has a bunch of tech articles and a bunch of really good stuff on it. And you'll also get emails from Patreon every single time I live stream, so that you don't miss them. So yeah, if you have an extra 10 cents a day, you can join my Patreon. But I've also got giveaway tiers for $5 a month, $10 a month, $20 a month, or up. You can get in on 1 or 3 giveaways every single month. First Monday of every single month, I do 4 giveaways. 3 of those giveaways are for patrons. You can do $5 a month to get it, enter to win Cinewhoop and toothpick stuff. You can do $10 a month to enter to win Cinewhoop and 3-inch microbrushless stuff. You can do $20 a month to enter to win 5-inch stuff, or you can do $30 a month to enter all 3. So yeah, that's what's going on over on Patreon. Over on Etsy, I've got some really fun CiottiFPV themed stickers and some hardware that might help you on your micro builds. Over on Fiverr, I'm working one-on-one with you. We can do flight instruction, tuning, or build planning, or just whatever. If you just want to buy the time of someone who's been doing this for 7 years, that's how you do it. Head on over to Fiverr or just message me and we'll schedule it because Fiverr's Messenger kind of sucks. Teespring has shirts like this one. And then if you want to just support me directly with a super chat, but you don't want YouTube to take 30%, you can click this PayPal button and then just give me a shout out in the chat and say, "Yo, Ciotti, check your PayPal." The other big way that you guys can help me out for free is hitting these affiliate links. You probably won't remember before your order to hit my affiliate links, so do me and yourself a favor. Change your bookmarks to my affiliate links. Your bookmarks for We Bleed FPV, Newbie Drone, FPVcycle, Amazon, Get FPV, Oh My God's website, HD0, Flywoo, Emacs, Banggood, Camera Butter, and AliExpress. Change all those bookmarks to my affiliate links, and then you don't even have to think about it. And I'll get 1 to 6% of your order total every single time you order. It's free money, yo. If you don't use bookmarks, if you're like me, and you just come up here to the URL bar and type AMA for Amazon, what you can do is, if you go and you type AMA, it's going to suggest something weird, like this M2x6 conical screw. What you can do on the right is click this little X, and that'll remove the suggestion. So if you go and type like AMA for Amazon and then Get for Get FPV, you can remove the suggestions for those. And then if you come into my website and hit my affiliate links, bang, 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 your browser will think that when you type Get, you want to go to my affiliate link, or when you type AMA, you want to go to my Amazon affiliate link. That is a completely free way that you can help me or any other content creator, guys. Like if you're doing an order on a website, if I don't have an affiliate link to it, someone does. So just, keep that in mind. Like, those of us that are creating content are trying to do as best of a job as we can, and sometimes money helps with that. So, and like I said, it's free money. So help us out. Think of us when you're doing your orders on the internet, and someone's got an affiliate link. You might as well hit it, and that person will keep making cool stuff for you to check out. Bob Bruce tagged me first and said, "What's up, CiottiFPV? And how's it going, gangly gang?" RT McKinney says, "Hey, CiottiFPV, you sure it's not Tuesday?" Nani says, "What's up, y'all? Hello, CiottiFPV." Stavel says, "Been a hot minute. What's up?" RC says, "Did you remember to push the buttons in the correct order this time?" I even remembered to push the buttons in the correct order. Rob Axelson says, "Greetings from Philly. Some great pubs and awesome food." Yeah, Philly's a amazing spot. I miss Philadelphia. Rob Axelson says, "Hit some museums. I had a great day and ate food. Very cool." Denzel the Turbo says, "What AOS 5 is that in the thumbnail? I have the Evo and it looks nothing like that." Yeah, this is the old school AOS 3.5 that one of you beautiful people sent me a while ago. This is like the super, super, super first generation. It's got M1.3 screws on the top plate, which suck. So, yeah, like... I have the frame here, and I need to build something for a secret project, so yeah, let's do it. Walksnail was like a last-second decision for this rig. It's got a 25 by 25 spot in the middle of the frame, or sort of in the front of the frame. So I figured, what the hell? We'll throw the ESC and the flight controller in the back. I'll take the naked Vista out of it that's screwing up, and we'll have a Walksnail 3-inch build, 3.5-inch build technically, but I'm going to be running 3-inch props on it. And we can test out like the range and whatnot of Walksnail and the latency in a freestyle setting outside. So yeah, should be pretty fun. I wish I could leave these motors on it. I really want to leave these motors. I might leave these motors on it. It's got the Zing 1504s on it right now, and this is a 3.5-inch frame, so it will totally work with these motors. But I don't know. I technically I should swap the motors over to 1404s. We'll see. We'll see how it is. I'm gonna swap the motors over. I need to swap the motors over to 1404s. I need more KV. This setup on these motors would work if I was going to run it on 3.5-inch propellers, but what I find at the 250 gram all-up weight number is that 3.5-inch propellers are too floaty. It feels more like a toothpick than a 5-inch rig, and I don't like that. 3-inch propellers, if you give them enough RPM, will make great power. The efficiency is not as good, but you'll still get decent efficiency, and yeah, it just rips like that. So this rig, even though it will clear 3.5-inch props, it is going to be on 3-inch props, And these 1404 Axis motors that I've got are 4500 kV. The 1504 Zings that are discontinued that are on it are only 3900 kV. And so even though the 1504s are bigger, they will make significantly less power on a 3-inch propeller because they don't have the RPM to get the power out of it. You can make the same amount of power on a 3-inch prop as a 3.5-inch prop. You just need more kV on the 3-inch prop, more RPM. And that's pretty much exactly what I'm doing. Like if I built this rig with the motors that are on it at 3900 kV with 3.5-inch propellers, I could make plenty of power, but then the all-up weight is a little bit too light for that big of a propeller. It would be a little bit more floaty than what I want. So like, let's say it would have made 5,000 grams of thrust. That's not even a good guess. That's just a number. Let's say it would have made 5,000 grams of thrust with the 3.5-inch pitchy props on the 1504s. Believe it or not, on 1404 4500s, I can make that same 5,000 grams of thrust on a 3-inch propeller just from the extra RPM. So yeah, that's kind of what's happening with it. Rob Axelson says, looked at doing some city flying, no way too sketchy, put on your goggles, put your hands up. Yeah, Philly's a pretty big city. If you catch it on like a highway, if you catch it on like a holiday or late at night though, you'd be able to pull it off. Metal Dirton says, I was just about to say it looked a little dark, back to normal now, LOL. LOL, rather. Freelo just says, would you like some OG 2203s? We talked about that. Metal Dirton says, have you been stocking up on the FPVcycle clearance? You know, I haven't. I was very tempted to, but I have an extra Cinesplore frame, and I haven't been able to break the damn things as it is, so I actually have 2 extra Cinesplore frames, come to think of it, and they don't break, so, and then he's got those 23mm motors, which are intriguing, but they're too heavy. They're just too heavy. And then what else does he have? I was just on there. If you haven't been paying attention, FPVcycle has a big old clearance on right now, and there's some really good stuff on there. So this is the thing that actually interests me the most: the Tune RC Poly F405 2 to 4S AIO. But I have a T-motor 2 to 4S AIO that I'm not even using yet, so it kind of doesn't make sense to get another. I have 2 of these that I haven't used yet. There's what KVs does he have? Okay, so yeah, these KVs are way too low for me, so no real use for this 21mm motor. Like I said, the 23mm tall motor is I mean, what a fucking price though. $15 for a titanium motor shaft motor. Wow, okay. 12x12 mounting. Wait a second, what? 23 grams? I thought it was 33 grams. Hold on, what? 23mm tall motor. What, who knows what the stator height is? It's 23 wide. What is it tall? Yeah, so Bob only recommends 500 grams all up weight. So it might be a 5mm tall. It might be a 2305. Which would hammer on like a 4-inch build. It would need to be 6S though. This can't, yeah, it has to be a 2305. This cannot possibly be a 2306 at this weight here. So either these weights are wrong, which I doubt, or it's a 2305. No, look at this. What? The 1830 kV is larger than, what? Is larger at 23, oh, he's saying it's a 2306.2. I'm super confused. I think there were maybe 2 versions of this motor at different KVs, and so there was another version of this motor that was smaller, that was 25 grams, and it was a different KV. But it looks here like, I mean, it says the 1830 kV motor, which is what this is, 1830, is larger at 2306.2, and it's only 30 grams with short wires. That's still a little heavy. The T-Motor F40 Pro 4s, which I have a ton of, are, oh man, they're really light. Hold on, let me weigh one, because, Jesus, $15 per for these is a really good deal. And if it's a 2306, I mean, that's pretty awesome. Let me grab a T-Motor F40 Pro 4 out of here. Here's one. When Bob says short motors, I don't know how short is short, but this is the length of wire that I'm going to test it on. It's like the length of my thumb there, that part of my thumb there, about an inch. And that's coming in at, yeah, see, 28.3 grams. Here's the difference in weight. One-piece bell versus two-piece bell. Two-piece bell motors are always, not always, but usually lighter weight, because they can use one material for the top part of the bell, and then they can use a different material for the outside part of the bell. I do not have hardly any failures of the top part and the bottom part separating on these two-piece bell motors. And I've heard that from a bunch of different people that crash hard and that I really do trust. That, like, the whole one-piece bell thing is a great idea in theory, but very, 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 very rarely would that have saved a motor. So, yeah, why, right? Like, the motor shaft is the weak point, not the motor bell. It's super rare that you're going to break the motor bell. So until the motor shaft is stronger, I will take a lighter motor every day. If we're ever able to get a stronger motor shaft and the motor bell becomes the weak point, or at least a little bit more of the weak point, then yeah, okay, let's dive into one-piece bells. But right now, in my opinion, the whole one-piece bell thing is, it's not marketing, but like it's just one of those kind of bandwagon-y things where like there's an awful lot of people that will refuse to buy any motors that don't have a one-piece bell, because, you know, it seems to be a better idea and it seems like it would be better in every way. But it's not. So spread the word. That's something that's been kind of frustrating me lately, is that people are just like, you know, one-piece bell or nothing at all. And like, you know, why? Like, what are you basing that off of? Oh, well, I don't know. Great. So, yeah, these are... damn, dude, $15 per. That's a really good deal. And 1830 kV is a really good kV. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, but you guys should. That is an incredible deal right there. $15 for that motor is amazing. So a bunch of you guys should snag these. This is really, really, really good. I'm super tempted to, but I'm gonna be a good boy. Helping Hand Station, very cool. 5236 dark gray 5.2 inch prop. These are great propellers. Tooth Fairy 2 frame. No shit. What do we got here? So the 5-inch Tooth Fairy 2, which I have no interest in. This is like basically a long range rig, is $31. That's a hell of a deal. Right, 5mm thick arms. This is really where it's at for me, though, the 3.5-inch Tooth Fairy 2. So here's the deal. If you get the 3.5-inch Tooth Fairy 2, the reason to get that is so that you can use these weirdo prop guard things, all right? So this is just my opinion. In my opinion, 3.5-inch Tooth Fairy 2 is for use with these. If you just want to fly a Tooth Fairy 2 freestyle, what you want to get is the 3-inch Tooth Fairy 2, because the weight this is going to all build up to is going to work. Okay, it's sold out. So if you want to fly a Tooth Fairy 2 freestyle, okay, couple things you need to know about this build. You have to use a Vista. The rear end of this build here looks very weird because this ass end uses the Vista as standoffs. It's a really cool design, but without a Vista, you kind of can't build this. Like it relies on that. Well, that's not true. I guess you could just put a set of rear standoffs in here, but I mean the whole point of this frame is to run it with a Vista in a way. So yeah, if you want a freestyle Vista build, this is one of the better ones. In 3.5-inch, it's going to be a little bit too floaty, in my opinion. You're going to have more power, though, and more efficiency. For me, the best way to build this Tooth Fairy 2 is as a 3-inch. Let's see if the 3-inch arms, at least, are in stock. They are. Okay. And it's only $11. So, in my opinion, this might be the best Vista freestyle 3 to 3.5-inch rig. So you should buy it. Well, you can only get it as a 3.5-inch here. I mean, I guess you could technically get it as a 5-inch and then just get the 3-inch arms. But yeah, very, very, very cool little frame. It looks like these prop guards are in stock. These prop guards, technically speaking, will shut the FAA up. So kind of interesting. Just don't crash with them. They will not survive many, if any, crashes. 3-inch arms for freestyle. And then there are the 3-inch Cinewhoop arms. This thing makes a hell of a Cinewhoop. Vista on board, and then there's Brain 3D has mounts for any of the GoPros. I actually kind of like the Tooth Fairy 2 a little bit better. In a couple of different ways than the Cinesplore for a Cinewhoop. Mainly, it's that the arms are thicker. The arms are 4 millimeters instead of 3. The problem with the Tooth Fairy 2 as a Cinewhoop is because the Vista is the rear standoffs, and for another couple of reasons, it's hard to work on. You can also only build it with an AIO, which is the biggest problem for me. But if you're okay with AIOs and rigs that are not super serviceable, it makes a hell of a Cinewhoop. One of my favorite things about it as a Cinewhoop is that because the 4 millimeter arms are a little bit thicker than the 3 mil Cinesplore arms, you can actually take the ducts off, and this thing still flies really nice. The Cinesplore, if you take the ducts off, the 3 millimeter thick arms are just not quite thin enough, and you get some serious vibrations, and it just doesn't fly right without the ducts on it. Whereas the Tooth Fairy 2, ducts on, ducts off, prop guards on, prop guards off, doesn't matter. It rips all the time. It's a really, really, really cool frame. There's the ducts. There's the... Okay, so you can't just buy the arms, but it looks like you can buy this picture is wrong. This is a Tooth Fairy 2 Cinewhoop without ducts. So this is a Tooth Fairy 2 with the 3-inch Cinewhoop arms, but without ducts for $34. Man, is that a good deal. Man, is that a good deal. I think I might need more of those arms now that I really think about it. I don't think I need any more of the center sections though. Damn, dude, $34. I mean, the normal price is only $43, which is a damn good deal. So here are the 3-inch arms. Okay, no, yeah, so I have a full extra Tooth Fairy 2 with the 5-inch arms. I'll never use these 5-inch arms. If any of you guys are going to get in on the Tooth Fairy 2 thing and you want a set of 5-inch arms, let me know. I will literally never use them. I will figuratively never use them. And I actually have another set of them here. I have another set of the 5-inch arms here. Yeah, I don't have any extra. No, I do. I have one set of extra Tooth Fairy Cinewhoop arms. I've actually broken a bunch of them. Here's another set of Tooth Fairy 5-inch arms. Does anybody want to? Is anybody looking to? If let's just say this, if anybody is looking to buy a Tooth Fairy 2, and you want it with 5-inch arms, can you buy it with the Cinewhoop arms for me, and then I'll mail you these a full set of 5 or 6, it looks like, of the 5-inch arms, and then you mail me the 3-inch Cinewhoop arms? Anybody willing to do that? I would love that. That would work out incredibly well for me, and I will send you an extra arm that you wouldn't have gotten, so it'll actually work out better for you too, but you'll have to pay shipping. I'll cover shipping both ways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, see, I have 6 5-inch arms for it that I'll trade you for 4 of the Cinewhoop arms. Cinewhoop. Let's start calling them Cinewhops. I can do that because I can call it that because I'm Italian. I'm from Italy. I'm not from Italy. I'm from New Jersey. So yeah, I need to figure out a way to get a couple more of those Cinewhoop arms because they during testing I broke a couple of them through no fault of their own. You know, crashing onto concrete with a Cinewhoop arm and no duct on it is gonna put a lot of stress on it. So yeah, that happened, but it'll be all right. It'll be fine. Yeah, Tooth Fairy 2 is a really cool frame. Really cool frame. But, like I said, it's kind of Vista specific. But that's okay. Nothing wrong with the Vista system. I am still, like, hopelessly in love with it. Even though I took a long time to adopt it. GemFan Freestyle 4, great propeller. Freestyle 3, great propeller as well. This would be like a propeller for the Tooth Fairy 2 5-inch setup. This is like a long-range, super lightweight 5-inch propeller. Biblade 7-inch prop. Tri-blade 7-inch prop. Prototype 5 frame. Look at you go. $35. Whoa. Okay. Damn. That's a good deal. That's a really good deal. So it looks like the front end parts, the arms, and the entire frame are available for you. I built one of these, an earlier generation of this, back when it was being called the Prototype 5 instead of the Incisor. I built one of these and flew it on the stream, and it was great. I like the glide better. But there's nothing wrong with this frame. One of the really nice things about this frame is it allows you to do 25 by 25 mounting front and rear. So for like the old school Walksnail stuff and yeah, anything that's kind of 25 by 25 specific, this is a really good frame for that. My main complaint about the frame was the location of the battery strap slots. But I'm super picky when it comes to that. Like the Glide just happens to have them perfect for when you have a session and then a 6S 1050 small battery. Like the Glide is really compact and the straps are like perfect. In this, the straps were too far forward. I don't remember if they were too far forward or too far back, but they weren't perfect for my exact camera and battery combo. Welcome to like having a super specific build. Like, you know, little stuff like that, like the battery straps. Since there are so many really good frames out, the battery strap slots for me can make or break a frame. There were things that I liked better about this frame than the Glide. But the battery straps are a really big deal. If you can't put the battery in the exact right location to get your front to rear CG correct, in my opinion, try something different. Some other people don't care about that or even know how to check your front to rear CG. But I'm not one of those people. So yeah, but Jesus, $35 is ridiculous. That's really, really, really cheap. Damn. Yeah, okay. Good Lord. He's gonna sell out in a heartbeat with some of this stuff. Panasonic low ESR, capacitors, whatever. Waffle caps, these are great. $3 is a good deal too. Definitely snag some of these on your order. Floppy proppies, meh. Gemfan Hurricane 4-inch props, meh. FPVcycle Cinesplore frame, good God, if you have any interest in a Cinewhoop, this is the one, my friends. $25. It doesn't come with ducts, but you can get the Stan FPV ducts, which are my favorites, or the Cloud 149 ducts, which I also love. Stan FPV ducts are on sale from his website. The Cloud ducts are on sale over on Race Day Quads. Yeah, man, this is the Cinewhoop. This is the best Cinewhoop ever made, hands down. I was thinking maybe the AOS 3.5 Cine might dethrone it, but not even close. Like, absolutely no comparison. This is a Cinewhoop frame that you can actually use like on set, and you can crash it, and you can be, you can actually fly it. The AOS Cines, you cannot crash them. And that's, for me at least, that's a deal breaker. I mean, speaking of, to be really honest, I've been holding on to this AOS Cine 3.5, and like, other than it being a little fragile, and it's not, it might actually not be that fragile. The AOS Cine 25 was very fragile. I'm assuming, since this is a similar design, that this is going to be fragile as well, but maybe it's not. Maybe this will take a crash. I don't think that it will, because it has the same setup here, where every time you hit out here, which is every time you crash, it's going to bend this up and it's going to break, because it only has support from here and all the way over here. So this entire area is just going to flex and bend the carbon. Maybe this carbon is thick enough where it won't explode. I'll bet you that it does explode, though. So, fair warning. But if you're not going to crash it, this is going to be the best flying of the full protection Cinewhoop frames. And I can tell you, from the AOS Cine 25, that thing flies fantastic. So, yeah, if you're not going to be slamming, this might be good for you. I've got a lot of money in this, though. This cost me a lot. I don't remember, but I'll look it up. So, it's not going to be like, yo, buy this off me, $20. It's going to be, yo, $80 or $90 or whatever. It'll be less than it is new, but, and I just pieced it together. This is absolutely brand new. So if you're interested in an AOS Cine 3.5, let me know, and I'll probably sell this to you. I've been kind of stubbornly hanging on to it because, I don't know, thought maybe I would build it, but realistically, I'm not going to build it. So if one of you beautiful people wants it, let me know. I've got all the stuff, and it could be yours for the low price of, I don't know, whatever it costs new, subtract whatever, 20%. What else is on here? Power pick frame? I don't know. It's probably great, but I'm just not interested in the bigger toothpick stuff. Silicone wire, that's pretty cool. 4S 1100. I have one of these. I don't love it, but I think I think I ran it really low when it was new. So I think I hurt the damn thing. It's a GNB battery. It's going to be awesome. Some 20mm heat shrink, 4-inch long range prop. Some ND filters, XT60, XT30, 5143 propeller, another great propeller. 13mm, 2mm shaft motor. If you're doing a really lightweight build, this is a good option. Look at that, 6-inch glide arms. I used to have a set of those. Oh, the glide's on here. Hey, look at that. There's the 13 mil motor, the light 13 millimeter motor. I don't know a ton about them. B-Brain Canopy, XT30, Hurricane 5146, and a 3018 3-inch bi-blade. Great toothpick prop. Toothpick 3 frame. Nothing wrong with the TP3. Let's see what's up with the Glide. Glide frame kit, $39. Spare arms. Wow, Bob has the frame and spare arms in stock. Happy days are here again. Body parts. Wow, he's got everything. He's got all the Glide stuff in stock. That's amazing. $38.99, friends. Hell of a deal. Best FPV frame that exists, in my opinion, in terms of like a full system. It's not the strongest. It's not the lightest. It's one of the lightest, though. But like total experience of living with and flying and bashing and smashing and fixing and flight performance and like all elements combined, the Glide is the best frame that I've found in 7 years of doing this. So for $39, you can have one too. Damn, dude, good deal. Really good deal. If I didn't have so many extra parts for it, and if I didn't fly 5-inch freestyle so infrequently, I would snag a couple of these. But yeah, I'm good to go. You guys should get some stuff off of there, though. I wish they had an affiliate program. I could say, use my affiliate link. Wait, do they? They do. Wait, no, they do have an affiliate program. I'm stupid. Yeah, look at that. FPVcycle affiliate link, yo. Click it before you check out, please. Or just change your bookmark to my affiliate link. Yeah. Hello out there. Nani FPV says, I'm using your Nani song as my iGao intro this week. What's the Nani song? What's my Nani song? The intro song? What just happened? The chat just shook, and now there's all different messages in front of me. There we go. RT McKinney says, good job, man. Thank you, dude. Denzel the Terrible says, do you know if an 03 will fit in a Glide? Has anyone done it? Is there a new model of the frame coming out for it? There's not a new model of the frame coming out for it, but somebody in chat told me that it will fit. And that's all I can say. I do not have my 03 yet. But yeah, we will try to fit it in the Glide frame. There's a significant amount of extra space in the rear of the Glide around the 20x20 holes, so I can totally see why it would fit in there. If whoever it was in chat previously is here tonight that confirmed that it will fit, can you please reconfirm it in chat that a Vista will fit? Yeah, like, so if you look at the rear of the Vista, if you look at the Vista in the rear here, the only so you see how close the my TPU is. So like you might need to run TPU stuff that's a little bit thinner, or just like move it up or something like that. I'm trying to get here. Hold on. Let's put this here. So we've got, that's about like a 2 millimeter gap there. And then we got tons of room to the front standoff here. So that fitting it on the front there won't be a problem at all. See that big gap? That's like easily 4 or 5 millimeters there to the front standoff. And then here on the other side, it's a little harder to see because I've got this capacitor in here, but you can see up front, there's plenty of a gap there. Same deal as the other side, obviously. And then same deal as the other side in the rear here. So yeah, I can totally see how it would fit pretty easily. No, not easily. I mean, it's going to be tight in there, but yeah, plenty of space, it looks like. If somebody in chat can confirm, though, that has actually tried it, that would be amazing. As always, you guys are the best. All right. Why are you not refocusing? Come on now. Come on, motherfucker. Hey, man, it really does look for skin tone. Good God, that's the secret with these Logitechs, I think, which makes sense because they're their webcams, you know, like webcams are meant for pointing at people, so it makes sense that the engineers would prioritize flesh-colored things to lock autofocus on. Chase says, did you hear of how new AIOs with cheaper chips are starting to come out? Neutron being one of them. Yep. It won't just be AIOs. It'll be all flight controllers that are going to have processors in them that apparently are just as fast, but they're cheaper. So we should finally see electronic prices come down a little bit for a change, which will be nice. Freeloader says, how do I get ELRS 3 on my Mobula 6? CiottiFPV or Gangly Gang? I don't know if you can. On the Mobula 6 and all other SPI-based flight controllers or AIOs, the version of ELRS that's on it is tied to the version of Betaflight that you install. So basically, Freelojo, you're going to put the newest Betaflight on and hope that that's on ELRS 3 point whatever. Now that I say all this, I think you're actually good. I think if you put Betaflight 4.4 on there, it will have ELRS 3. I definitely don't quote me on this because my ELRS knowledge sucks, but I think the deal is that like Betaflight 4.3 is, I'm going to get this all wrong. But I think Betaflight 4.3 will put you onto ELRS 2.5, but then I think the new Betaflight 4.4 is on ELRS 3. For the love of God, somebody correct me on that in chat. You guys know ELRS way better than I do. Denzel the Terrible says, CiottiFPV is becoming an arms dealer. RT McKinney says, with ducts or without? Without. I do not need more ducts. Monkey D says, wearing dirty jersey. You remind me of people I used to know hang out with 240s at the Hamilton D&D. That's super weird, Monkey D. I was born in Princeton, but I lived most of my life in Hamilton. I usually call it Trenton because nobody's ever heard of Hamilton, and Hamilton township is sort of in Trenton. But yeah, I grew up in Hamilton. And then I went to college in Lawrenceville at the College of New Jersey, TCNJ. And then when I graduated, I moved down to Cherry Hill, lived there for about another 10 years, and then I moved to Charleston, and now here in Atlanta. That's wild. Nobody's ever heard of Hamilton. Oh shit. What's DND? Dunkin' Donuts? Hamilton Dunkin' Donuts? Riot9 says above question. He says NN. What's that? Riot9, what? Riot9 says sub 250, more like submissive 250. Where we at here? Where we at? Oh. I think Riot9 was pointing at the Flying Grips comment here. Flying Grip, if you want to get my attention, type CiottiFPV into your message. For me, when you guys do that, it lights up an orange like this. If you don't do it, I typically don't read the comment. Battery straps are always overlooked in most frames. What motors for the Cinesplore? So Flying Grip, rewind like 20 minutes. I actually just had this discussion. But the long and short of it is 2004s. Actually, the easy button is just to head over to fpvknowitall.com, Joshua Bardwell's website, and go into his Cinewhoop page. I did that entire page. My setup exactly is in there, descriptions of all the parts, explanations of why each part was picked, tons of really good info. It would take me a half an hour to give you all that info. Luckily, it's waiting for you over there. Arizona FPV says, how do you find office spots to fly? It takes a lot of time, Arizona. That's the dirty little secret that nobody really talks about. To find... I mean, to be honest, just flying spots in general. To find good flying spots, you have to put the time in. And that's time spent driving around or using Google Maps. That's not time spent flying. When I lived in Charleston, I would I would eat my lunch at my desk, and then for my actual hour-long lunch break, I would get in the car and I would just drive, and I would go like a direction for a half an hour looking for spots, and then I would turn around and come back. And then the next day, I would go on a slightly different direction, slightly different road, and look for spots for a half an hour, turn around and come back. I did that for months. Every working day for months, I did that in order to find a few really good spots in Charleston. They weren't even that good. So yeah, it's about time. There's not like a great way. You know, we're doing such a specific thing, right? Like there's not another group of people that we can like ask where the cool spots are. Although photographers do know good looking spots. So join like a local photography Facebook group and like don't ask them, like they're not going to list out their spots, their locations. They're a little bit protective of them in the same way that we are, but just hang out in that forum and you will see people posting images, and then if that image looks like it's at a spot that's a good fly spot for you, shoot them a message and say, hey, what's that location? And they'll almost always tell you what it is. If they didn't put it in the description of the image. So yeah, that's the secret in my opinion. CMYK says, what's up, CiottiFPV and Gangly Gang? Did I miss the next evolution of FPVcycle is going to be? What the next evolution? No, I haven't talked to Bob in a while, but yeah, I have no idea. I didn't even know he was going to do this clearance. DJ Dubs says, if you were to use Bob's 1303 motors for the QAV-S 2-inch Cinewhoop, would you go with 5,000 or 6,300? It all depends on what size battery you're going to run. If you're going to run a 4S, wait a second, 5,000 kV, 6,300. No, just get the 6,300. The 5,000 kV is going to be too low no matter what. Although a 1303, it's a 2-inch rig. It's going to be sub 250. 1303 is kind of a small motor for something that's going to weigh so much. Is it? What motor do they have spec'd out for it? Better yet, why are you buying that frame? I talked about this frame at length the other day, and I could not really figure out a good use for it. Because the whole 2-inch thing, you're going to lose a lot of efficiency and a lot of thrust, and you don't really gain anything, in my opinion. Like, oh, that's just the, there we go. Nope, that's the 5-inch. Oh, come on now. How is the also purchased not the actual frame that this item lives on? There, nope, that ain't it either. Well, whatever. QAV Pro 2-inch. Yeah, I can't figure out a use for that frame. So I'm curious as to what other people are going to be doing with it. QAV Pro 2. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Let's see what motors they spec out for it. Come on now. Come on now. Here we go. Recommended. Motors 1303.5. Okay, cool. In 5200 to 5800 kV. So, yeah, maybe those 5000s would work, but here's the thing. If you do the higher kV motors, if you do the 6300 kV motors, you'll get to pick from a wider selection of propellers. My hunch is that the 5000 kV motors are only really going to work on that setup with like a 5-blade propeller. If you were to put a 3-bladed propeller on it, it wouldn't have enough RPM to make the power that you want. So and there's nothing you can do at that point. Whereas if you get the 6300 kV motors, that's almost certainly going to have enough kV for a tri-blade, which will get you much more efficiency than a 5-blade. And you can just motor limit it down. So if you run that 6300 kV on a tri-blade, you're going to leave it cranked up to 100%. If you want to run it on a 5-blade for it to be quieter, you can motor limit it down to like 85%, and that'll basically make it a 5000 kV motor. So yeah, get the 6300s for sure. But I am curious as to why that frame? Why not the two? My main question is, why not the 2.5-inch version of that frame? To me, the 2.5-inch version of that frame is going to kind of do everything better. It's going to make more power. It's going to be more efficient while it's making that power. It's only going to be like 10 or 15 grams heavier because the difference in frame size between 2 inches and 2.5 inches is very, very small, right? So yeah, that's the real question: is why? Is it just because it's brand new and they put great marketing material out around it? If so, definitely look at the 2.5-inch version of that. It's not the same frame, but it's very similar. It's designed by the same guy, Ryan Harrell, and it's brilliant. I have one over here, and I absolutely love it. Nani FPV says, "You sang my name at the start of the stream." LOL. Okay, right. Got it. I remember. Denzel the Terrible says, "I will be designing a camera mount for O3. I'll send you a for you." Very cool. You doing like a standoff mount at a TPU? Awesome. Chase says Betaflight 4.4 is ELRS 3 and 4.3 is ELRS 2. Who's slowly but surely learning ELRS stuff? This fucking guy. And I think, oh yeah, Monkey D says I was arrested at TCNJ for public drunkenness. God. All right, cool. We're caught up on chat. That means it's time to do some goddamn work. Thanks a lot. DJ Dub says, just rewound, catching up, putting an O3 in mine. Ah, okay. Already have an AOS 25/35, but looking to do a 2-inch. Okay, fair enough. Personally, I try to avoid, because for me, this snowballs very quickly, but I try to avoid like doing builds just for the sake of doing builds. Like for the longest time, I would build like a 2.5-inch rig, and then I'd be like, well, I gotta build a 2-inch rig. Well, I gotta also build a 3-inch rig. And it would just creep, right? That creeps into 3.5 and 4. And so I try to like not just play that game of like, oh, I have this 2.5-inch rig that does things. I wonder what a 2-inch rig would be. But there's nothing wrong with that. And like the beauty of doing that is that you learn a lot. Like the fact that I did that over and over and over again for years and years and years is why I'm sitting here right now with you guys looking at my big dumb face. It's like the way to learn actual things, right? Like going on Facebook groups and reading about some schmuck whose first rig is on fire. That's not the way to learn. The real way to learn is to kind of do the research, right? Do the work. So yeah, nothing wrong with that. I just, for you guys, I try to guide you a little bit into the right build. And you never know, so DJ Dubs, here's the long and short of it. DJ Dubs is building that frame because it is one of the few frames available right now that will actually fit an O3 air unit. And so that in itself, done. That's as good a reason as any. What you will have there is kind of an interesting build. That frame with any video system other than the O3 air unit doesn't make any sense to me. It's too small and is not going to have enough power to pick up a full-size GoPro. Technically speaking, you could do a naked GoPro on it, but when you factor in the weight of the naked GoPro and the mount and all that stuff, it might actually be a little bit too heavy for it. I really do think that new 2-inch QAV frame, I think it's a very specific thing. And that's That's hard for me. I usually go towards frames that are more configurable, that you can fly them with a GoPro, without a GoPro, with a naked GoPro, you know, with an Insta360 Go too. This particular frame, I think, has been really, really, really targeted at the O3 air unit. And if you put the O3 air unit in it, it's a pretty interesting setup, right? It's 2 inches, it's small, it's going to be pretty light. It's probably going to be like 220 grams all up weight. The O3 air unit gives pretty good footage. It's not good enough for any kind of the work that I do, but like for everyone else not doing like professional work, the footage is fucking great. The footage looks like Session 5 footage, and I still fly the Session 5s on my freestyle stuff for fun. So nothing wrong with the footage coming out of the O3 air unit. And yeah, that frame seems to be really, really, really specifically built for that. And you know, personally, that for me, like it's like whatever. I don't. That doesn't have any value for me. But for other people, it certainly does, and that's fine. So yeah, that'll be a cool build. I just remembered something. Let me know how it goes. I'm actually really interested to hear how that is, especially because now I know that you've got a couple of those other builds that are pretty similar. So I'm super interested to know how that thing is compared to those other rigs that you've got there. Very cool. RT says, CiottiFPV going to be the new ELRS guru? Not happening. DJ Dub says, was either going with 1303 or 1303.5. I tried 1404s on a 2-inch Hurricane once, and it was too much motor. Yep, 1404s are a 2.5-inch or 3-inch motor. Yeah, that's right. Right. 1404s. Yeah, so 1303 is kind of perfect for 2-inch. The only thing, what I was having trouble wrapping my head around is that's like a cinematic rig, right? Like a Cinewhoop, basically. And I always equate those with carrying a GoPro. And so a 1303 tiny little motor trying to carry a GoPro, that ain't gonna work. But a 1303 carrying an O3 air unit, that's fine, right? Like that's the O3 air unit basically weighs what like an Insta360 Go 2 weighs. And yeah, Christ, I have a rig that has 1102s that picks that damn thing up. So yeah, 1303s will be fine for that. DJ Dub says, thank you for the detailed explanation. I'm now back to live, LOL. I know you don't like the O3, but the quality is very good, much better than Walksnail, which I've heard you talking about using for the Cine lifters. That's why I'm doing a 2-inch, tiny lifters rather. Blister Blue Sky says, JB just now put out a video on Express LRS. Nice. I'll be able to learn some more about it. Dub says, me too. LOL, getting those 6300s now. Thanks. You're certainly welcome. Use my affiliate link. RT McKinney says, never say never. Yeah, that's true. Flying Grip says, appreciate the reminder about the FPVcycle sale. New Cinesplore Toothpick 3 Glide. Second one on the way. Nice. Should have pulled the trigger a few days ago when I first noticed something sold out. That'll happen. You better use my... I'm going to check to see if you use my... Oh, no, I'm not. Hey, Jason Kim, welcome to the Gangly Gang. Thanks for joining the Patreon. Very cool of you. And then... Elliot Young. I did a Fiverr session with him, I believe. Samuel L., welcome to the Gangly Gang. Thanks for jumping onto the Patreon. And was there one more? Was there one more? I thought there might have been. It's probably in there somewhere. Damn, Michael Jones hopping onto the Patreon too at the big boy tier, trying to get in on a bunch of giveaways. Thank you, brother. Very cool of you. And I do not have an email from FPVcycle about an affiliate order. For shame. That's all good. I forget to click it myself sometimes. I'm allowed to use my own affiliate links, and I have a tendency to forget, which is just the most annoying shit ever. I accidentally left mailbag in the description of the live stream, but we can redo the mailbag from the other day. Humming. Hey, I got some stickers from FPV. I love it. Thank you for FPV. I love you. Look at all these stickers. We got some BT 2.0. We got a little bit of short, ultra short, True RC Singularity LHCP antenna. We got a pack of the 300 mAh BT 2.0 batteries, the best ones in the world. We've got 2 of the Fractal 65 frames. I ordered one. He sent me another one. Because Zotek from FPV is awesome. We got one of their very cool rubberized magnets. And then we got the micro canopy light from Beta FPV. And then a set of the brand new 0702 Screamers 32,500 kV. I ordered once, or no, yeah, these weren't even on the website to order them. Zotek just sent me a couple of sets here. One of them's for me, one of them's for you beautiful people in upcoming giveaways. I did this mailbag the other day, so I figured I'd blow through it full speed. But you know, this way I'm not a liar. It didn't say new mailbag. It didn't say not the same mailbag from the other day. Where else can you go to get flicked off and yelled at at the same time as asked to support? CMYK says, yo, I fully ordered my FPVcycle on set. How do you fully order something? I fully ordered from FPV. Oh, finally is what he was trying to type. From FPVcycle on Saturday with the affiliate link. I saw that. I actually saw that affiliate link email. Thank you. Oh shit! I was wrong. Oh, there it is. There's the email. I'm the worst. 2 emails too. Look at you guys. Who spent $125 and who spent $96? It doesn't tell me anything. It just tells me the $4 commission and the $5.75 commission. Thanks, guys. It's super cool that you guys remember to use the affiliate links, especially mainly because I can't remember to order. I can't remember to use my own. But I have changed all of my URL suggestions to be my affiliate links, so I usually don't need to remember, but it will be nice to remember. DJ Jubs ordered 9 $10 motors. Nice. RT McKinney says you got a 50% chance of guessing correctly. He also says, what do you mean no email from FPVcycle? Nice. You guys are the best. CMYK dropping the CiottiFPV.com link. Thank you, dude. All right, cool. We good. Let's do some bench work, yo. So this is the pile of parts that is my AOS 3.5 right now. I put this thing all together just to find out that the Vista, the naked Vista, that one of you beautiful people sent me, is being very weird. It's like cutting out and it's freezing and it's acting really strange. I have a couple of blown up Vistas that I'm going to send to one of the companies that fixes blown up Vistas. So I'm just going to throw this in with that package whenever it goes out and just explain to them that like it was acting really weird. And hopefully they can do something. If not, you know, whatever. I'll try to troubleshoot if it's the top board versus the bottom board, and I'll hang on to it. So yeah, unfortunately we gotta jank this thing. Jank it? We gotta gank this thing all apart. Again. And so let's kind of dive into that here. All right, we got that out of the way, and then we're gonna get this nut up and off of here. All right, cool. So this is gonna be kind of an interesting little setup that we've got in here. We're gonna have the Walksnail VTX in the front / middle, and then we're gonna have the flight controller and VTX in the rear. What's kind of cool about this frame is that it's symmetrical front to back. So believe it or not, I'm going to be able to just take this, well, I'm going to have to put a new ESC into it, but I'm just going to be able to take this whole thing and just rotate it around. and the ESC will be in the rear. The wire lengths will all be correct, and happy days will be here again. So let's pull this nice fabric tape that I perfectly cut, of course, on these skinny little arms off. This is maddening. This ESC is one that I had suspicions that it was bad, but I wasn't completely sure. And so that sucked. I wish that I had believed my remembrance. Basically, I put it back into the into rotation, and I thought to myself, well, it can't be that bad if I put it back into rotation. Like it must just be a little bit weird. But no, it's all the way bad. So yeah, that sucked the big one, but be all right. Shall live to fight another day. Right 9 says, please get the lens off the carbon. Oh yeah, good idea. What's up, Poly Shortcuts? So this is a AOS 3.5, the original, the old school, very first generation AOS 3.5 that is going to be a little bit of a test bed rig. I need to build something that has a currently available frame and set of motors and propellers, so that someone else can build the exact same rig, and we can compare black box logs for testing. And pretty much everything I fly freestyle is discontinued at this point, unfortunately. The micro world has incredibly fast rates of turnover. And yeah, I'm kind of caught in the middle of that, which is really annoying. And at the moment, there kind of are no frames that I really love. This one included, but this is kind of like, it's a frame that I've got here, and it's a frame that it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not my favorite, but yeah, it'll get the job done for this. So I'm gonna need to wire this up with a plug here for Walksnail. So I might as well desolder the Vista directly from the flight controller, and I can leave the wires. Ouch, fucker. Oh well, although actually this Vista, God damn, that hurt. This Vista is broken and needs some love. So I guess I can just desolder it. But now, you know what? They'll probably need these wires to test it, so I'll leave the wires on it for them. All right. So we're gonna pull this ESC up and out. Actually, I guess I can pull the whole squid out at this point. Come on, you bastard! Get up out of there! What are you doing? Come on! Come on! All right. So there it is. Squid life, yo! Squidward. All right. Soldering iron's up to temperature. Let's start disassembling. God, I hate taking rigs apart. Unless they're gonna stay apart. If I have to put them back together, I hate it. If they're gonna stay apart forever, it's fine. Get some flux on here. Come on, you bastard. There we go. And first things first, let's get this wire bundle for the VTX desoldered. Got positive. And I'll give you guys the up close and personal view. Because why not? There we are. I don't usually work with a big bundle of stuff, but when you're just disassembling, you can usually kind of get away with it. So we've got power, and then ground, TX, and RX. All right, still got some solder on all those pads, so that's good. We've got this guy and this guy, and this is wrapped around there, and that's wrapped around here, and this goes through there, and there we go. Okay. So there's our little electronics bundle. I'm going to remove the camera because I know the camera's fine. I don't actually know that the camera's fine. I assume that the camera's fine. The problems that I was having wouldn't make much sense as a camera problem. You never know, though. It's technically speaking, this could be a camera problem. I don't think so, though. I did not get that feeling from it, and that was plugged in really firmly. If it was a camera problem, I would blame the MIPI. This camera will end up in something else, so I will figure out at some point whether or not the camera is bad. But for right now, I'm going to hedge my bets on it not being bad. There was nothing about the way that it was flaking out that made me think it was camera related, which is good. So yeah, this is going to go back. This is going to go somewhere, I should say, for repair. I'm going to keep the these little pieces of spring steel here. Oh, fart. Okay, and there we go. Right9 says, I doubt that entire Naked Vista is dead. It's usually the top half that goes bad. Is it? Okay, that's good to know. Maybe I'll try to swap out the top half. I have another Naked Vista. So I need to. Here's a tip for you guys. If you have something that's bad that you're not gonna just throw directly away, label it. Oh my God, label it. Please do it for me, because if you put this somewhere and then you don't look at it again for a couple of months, you're not going to remember what the hell's wrong with it. And that's not because you're an asshole. That's because you're a human being and you got a lot going on, and that's okay. So yeah, label your stuff. So we are gonna, I hope this will fit in this little bag. That would be really nice. Will you? You will not. You bastard, you. Okay. Hold on. I mean, if I separate the top from the bottom, it'll fit, but I hate doing that. That's silly. Don't I have a slightly bigger bag in here? I typically only save the little tiny bags. Oh, man. Come on now. Where are them small bags at? Where you at, small bags? Show yourself. Really? Where are the small bags at? There's one. It's not that small, but I'll have to do. So it's gonna be video cuts out every 5 or so seconds. All right, labeled so that I'll know what the hell's going on with it. There you go, people. I need to find the bag that I've got with the other ones. I have 2 Vistas. One of them came blown up from one of you beautiful people. Hey, by the way, I'm still looking for this Lumineer Paragard white parallel board in 4-port. There's a shorter 4-port version of this board that I'm desperate for. So do me a favor, ask your friends if they have the white Lumineer Para board, and if they have the 4-port version of it. This is the 6-port version. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will trade them for this, or just pay them, or whatever. I desperately want the 4-port version of that board. And yeah, haven't been able to find it. I've been looking for it for a while. I've mentioned it a bunch of streams, and we still haven't found it. Usually the power of the internet kicks in, and we find stuff. But this is a tough one here. Paulie Shortcut says, I just got some 1202.5 5800 kV motors. What shall I do with it? Walksnail 3S toothpick. That'd be pretty cool. That would be very cool. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be something 3S. 1202.5 is kind of too small for anything heavier than a toothpick. So yeah, you're building a toothpick. Something lightweight and 3S. That's what you're building, because that's what those motors are gonna do. Mr. Blue Sky says, do you think the all up weight of that rig will be sub 250? Maybe. Maybe not. But it'll be close. If it's not sub 250, it'll be close. Very close. Doom Rider in the house, making it weird with his Ciotti the Hottie comment. What's up, homie? How the hell have you been? It always sucks, like, after Rampage. It's like we all get to see each other, and then just nothing. And, like, I rarely go to events, too. Like, I know a lot of you guys will go to events, but, like, and get to hang out with each other again, but not me. I stay home. Look at that. The flight controller and receiver were just kind of hanging out there, waiting for me to remove them. So yeah, this build is going to look like this when it's done. This ESC is going to be in the back, along with the flight controller, of course. Come on, you little squiddy bastard. Get out of here. So yeah, this is going to be back here. And then these motors, so that has just been reversed. I had that in the front. Now it's going to go in the back. Motors are going to go there. These motors are going to go here. Actually, all of the... that's right. I set this up so that all of the motor wires go on the inside of the standoffs here to protect them. Come on, you bastard. Get in there. Come on, you filthy fucker. What? Get on there. Get in there. There we go. That sucks. The cable is going to be in the rear. Oh, yeah, I don't love that. That'll be fine, though. Ooh, I don't like that at all. This is why I'm doing this, though, to make sure that there's no weirdness. Technically, I can... So I have to replace the ESC. That's the main thing that's bad in this build. So... I could replace it with a SpeedX GS25 here, and that would kind of solve the problem because I'd be able to put the plug header facing forwards like this. But I don't know if this GS25 is bad or not, and I'll be goddamned if I build another one of these. If I build this thing again with a bad ESC again. Mick Mucus with a $6 super chat. He says, for the Grinderino Fund when they become available. Thank you, brother. Where's that Gear Fund tab at in OBS? There it is. We are at 6 out of 90. Thank you, brother. Did you do that so that it would say 69? I know you did. Why did I even ask? Thank you, homie. So, yeah, that's going to be like that. these guys are going to come back here like this. These guys are going to go up there like that. Actually, it's set up to go like this. So these guys are going to sit up here. And this fella is going to come up and turn back here. This fella is going to be up and over here. And then... Ooh, okay. So... Yeah, so these four are going to come out, and I'm going to have to put screws up there. And then this guy's going to sit like that. And I think I'm just going to... This is one of the points that's going to kind of be close here. This antenna... so it's going to sit like that. You see what's happening with that antenna wire? It's going to have to bend a little bit, but that's okay. I'll put a little piece of shrimp wrap there. I'll put a little piece of shrimp wrap here to keep that UFL and the wire from bending too sharply. So that should be completely fine. Maybe. Maybe not. I'll let you know. And then, yeah. We're going to run video into it there or up front. That's fine. This cable for the camera is going to be way too long, but, I mean, whatever. Just double it back like that. And... that'll pretty much be the build. I've got the flight controller is completely fine. The crossfire is already wired up to it. The crossfire wire is actually also going to be way unnecessarily long. But yeah, we'll be okay. Lots of electrical noise from this ESC. Well, might be interesting to give it a shot again. Oh, is that another SpeedX GS25? It is. It is. So I'm gonna get a capacitor on here. It's a shame that this ESC died. I don't actually know what it is, but it did die. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's gonna be any major issues with this in terms of like packaging everything in this frame. It should be good. All right. Let's get rolling. Let's get these motors off of here, and we'll swap the ESC. And I don't know why I'm being all fancy about these motor pads, because this ESC is garbage. So I'm going to remove them 3 at a time, like a guy that's in a hurry. There we go. And yeah, we'll leave them kind of ugly. That's fine. All right, 3 more here. Oops. I'm gonna hold this. I'm gonna hold this ESC up to the camera, and maybe one of you guys can look how neat and tidy I got this, man. This is what. Like, this is the problem with building clean, is that you build clean, and this is all beautiful, and then the fucking ESC blows up. But if it doesn't blow up, then you've got a clean rig forever. And that's kind of cool. So it's still worth it to build clean, in my opinion. But, like, I remember when I was done with this thing, I was like, oh, yeah, that's hot. Because, like, this ESC has these, has the little pockets so that you can solder the wire going straight down, which is just cool looking. But, yeah, that's kind of sad. And I guess I might as well pop this capacitor and jibby jabby off. XT30. Alright. I don't have any flux on this one. Just being lazy. Oh, wow. That was an explosion of solder. Let's pick some of that up. Alright, we good. ESC is hot right now. I've put a bunch of heat into it. Come on, yo. Transfer that heat. Just add a little bit of solder here to the corner just to get it to make a better contact patch. There it goes. And off comes the capacitor. Unbelievable how fast these things come apart too, compared to how long they take to build. My God. All right, this capacitor is kind of fighting me, so I'm going to try to heat up both sides at once here to get it off. What's hard about doing that though is that the ground side will always take more heat, but we got it off. We good. Let's just get some of the solder off the legs of this damn thing. All right, cool. So this is the ESC that has exploded. There are no manufacturer markings on it whatsoever, and I just don't remember what this one is. So if this camera will focus, you guys can take a look, and maybe one of you will recognize it. Like I said, my guess is that it's iFlight, but do not quote me on that. Here's what the bottom looks like. Bring this way the hell in here so you guys can really see it. It's got this little set of pads here, which is a dead giveaway for iFlight, I believe. Maybe Mamba, I forget. Somebody in chat will know. And then yeah, look at the motor pads on the arms. They've got that little pocket on the outside that you can solder the wire into. I know it's kind of hard to see it, but it's there. Anybody recognize it? $10 points if you do. Here's what the motor pads look like, if this thing will focus. Damn it. Here, hold on. Let me show you what the motor pads look like without 10 tons of solder on them. Diatone Mamba, Almac says. That's not encouraging because I have a Mamba on one of my other rigs that's that I need to continue to work. All right, yeah, here's what the motor pads look like. They are flat with a gap in between them and a little pocket on the outside. Hold on. There you go. So, all right, get your Google fingers ready, friends, because I'm going to read some of the numbers off of the FETs and some of the other chips to you, so that we can figure out if this is like a 25 amp or a 35 amp or whatever. So we've got. Somebody do me a favor and type this into a chat comment. Whoo, boy, that is small. All right, F like Frank, O like Orange, R like Roger, T like Thomas, I like Indiana, O like Orange, R like Roger. So that's Fortior. And then we've got, oh boy, that is hard to read even with magnification. F like Frank, D like David, 6288Q, and then H like Harry, I like Indiana, 1078. I believe those are the FETs. Well, those are the bigger FETs. The smaller FETs are actually, they don't have any writing on them whatsoever. The shunt resistor is an M30. And then on the bottom, we've got some more chips here. All right, so there's another chip here there's 4 of these. BB21, like boy 2-1, F like Frank, 1-6 G like George, and then we've got C01 5A5, and then 2012 space C. There's a little chip on here that says Laura, L-O-R-A. That's funny. There's another chip that says E39, and that's about it. Oh, I can just kind of read some of the markings on what I believe to be FETs. I might get some of these numbers wrong, but... oh, God, that is hard to fucking read. 2R203, maybe? Why is that so hard to read? NC, maybe, on the next line? That's really hard to see it. No, Z... it might be ZR203. Yeah, it's super hard to read. That's all I can really find. BB2 means it's BLHeli-S. Yes. Yeah, this is definitely BLHeli-S for sure. For absolute sure. Was it on that camera the whole time? Hopefully you could see the side of my big dumb head reading it. Yeah. This thing is garbage. And I mean there's nothing that there's nothing on it that screams like ouchie fucking wawa. There's definitely nothing on it that screams that. But there's also nothing on it that screams like I have failed. But, you know, welcome to the fucking wide world of electronics, you know? Nothing ever, I mean not ever, but rarely do things look like they've failed. Yeah, everything looks okay. Yeah, it's a shame. Oh well. It goes in the bag of other blown up electronics, which is a big old bag. You guys want to see my big bag? Ow! There it is, yo. There's all blown up flight controllers and ESCs. You can either do this yourself, or you can head on over to CiottiFPV.com, hit the $5 button, and hire me to tell you which ones will do this and catch on fire and end up in a bag versus the ones that will actually work. How about that? How about that for product integration inside of a live stream? You ain't never seen something that smooth before. Apache Smoke, Wind Snipers in the house. All right, let me just read through chat real quick. Yeah, this is an older ESC for sure. So there's you guys typing in those numbers. Deciphering the ESC. BB2 means BLHeli-S. ESCology. 2R203. ZR23. Hardest Jeopardy ever. What ESC has the string ZR203? F1 chip running 50 hertz. That would make sense. That sounds like the processor that would be on an ESC. That makes sense. BLHeli-S for sure, Almac says. Kevin Sumner says, no, not 30x30, 20x20. Kevin Sumner says, Mamba F50, 3-6S, BLHeli-S, 30x30. Definitely a 20x20. F50. Damn. I wouldn't think it's a 50 amp. My guess is going to be it's a 25 amp. The realization that it's a Mamba ESC is a little bit scary because I've only ever bought 2 Mamba ESCs, and I only very recently used them. So that ESC has failed with not a lot of time on it. which sucks. That sucks a lot. But, you know, welcome to FPV, unfortunately. So, yeah, that kind of blows, but we'll be all right. Hopefully the next ESC that goes into it lasts a little bit longer. Shit. It looks like in front of me, my options are the exact same ESC. They're two of these old school, long since discontinued Speedix GS25. It's a 25 amp 1 to 4S ESC that is very lightweight and has BLA32 on it, which I really like. Mr. Blue Skies says Banggood has that Paragard 4 port. Does it really? There was something on Banggood that I kind of needed to order too. This nut just got really hard to turn right as it's coming off. That's weird. Polly Shortcut says, what happens when an ESC fails? I've only dealt with AO Tiny Whoops. One of the biggest giveaways is that when you're doing something that pushes the ESC hard, it'll drop an arm and it'll death roll to the ground. It will not be able to recover. It's called a desync, and yeah, that's one of the dead giveaways. There's unfortunately no surefire way to tell, which is super annoying. But usually desyncs are pretty obvious, and if it's a BLLES ESC and you're getting desyncs, the first thing you want to do is backdate it to BlueJ 0.16, which I'm pretty sure that I did with this rig. Yeah, I definitely did that. I remember doing it. And if it continues to do it, then more than likely the ESC is shot. So apparently, on this frame, one of the screw holes that I need to get at here is obscured by the bottom sandwich plate. So I'm going to have to remove even more screws to get at it, which is silly. And I'm also going to have to remove all of these M2 screws, because the stack needs a set of long M2 screws. The Walksnail VTX does not. So yeah. Bob Bruce says, have you ran any of the Xilo ESCs or flight controllers? I have, and none of them lasted very long. I stay as far away as possible from Xilo electronics. I have had terrible luck with them. Well, no, I'm sorry, not Xilo. Lumineer. I've had a really hard time with Lumineer electronics. The weird thing about that is that Lumineer doesn't make any of their own electronics. Although it's not that weird, right? So Lumineer goes to iFlight, let's say. That's just me pulling one of these manufacturers out of my ass. GetFPV actually goes to iFlight or Mamba or Diatone or whoever, and they say, hey, we want you to white label us a ESC or a flight controller. The PDB needs to be white. We need to put our name on it. Here are the specs that we want. That company then makes them a bunch, sells it to them, and then and that company marks them up so that they can make some money. And then Lumineer and then GetFPV marks them up again. So whoever that company is, they have their own line of ESCs and flight controllers, and they probably mark those up a little bit more than they mark the ones up for GetFPV, but you know where I'm going with this. So yeah, I've not had any luck with with Lumineer Electronics, and the Xilo is an electronic by, sort of by Lumineer. Maybe it's better. I did not try many. I tried one, maybe two of their flight controllers, and they were kind of a mess. And then I talked to a bunch of other people, and like everybody I talked to was like, yeah, I have not had any luck with Lumineer Electronics. And so I just kind of went, you know what? Nope. No reason to go down that road. Chat, have you guys had any decent luck with Xilo Electronics? And or have you had bad luck with Lumineer Electronics? I always like to try to reconfirm stuff. And let me know if you've had good luck with Lumineer or Xilo Electronics. It's always important to get a big sample size, right? Like, you go on Facebook groups, and like, sometimes you can get a half-decent sample size. The problem is, you don't know where that info is coming from. Like, most people don't know what they're talking about. I'm just going to say it. Sorry, but it's just true. The sausage of FPV equipment. What's that? What's the sausage of FPV equipment? Man, I didn't... Taking M2 screws out. Good lord, it takes some serious time. But hold on. Fixing my fingernail. Come on, fingernail, be smooth. So you don't catch on everything. There we go. Okay. Here we go. More screws being removed. In 3, 2, 1. So, I don't think you guys knew this. And I don't know if QuadBod wants me talking about it. But I'm going to talk about it anyway. Because it's fucking amazing. QuadBod is working on a sound pack. A CiottiFPV sound pack. And I'm going to give you a little sample. I hope he's cool with this. Where's the tab that was opened? Where's the tab that was opened? Oh man, come on, really? Get right out of town. Where'd it go, yo? I'm gonna have to pull up our Discord conversation. Alright, here it is. I'm just gonna hit a couple of these for you guys. I'm just gonna hit a few of these. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 7,000 times better. All right, friends, here we go. So yeah, this is gonna be a sound pack that you can put on your transmitter, and I can curse and scream at you. Don't get mad, it's not my fault. Some of these are really good. Don't fly angle mode. So when you put your quad into angle mode, don't fly angle mode. Come on, yo. All right, friends, here we go. Maybe for when you arm it, I guess. This would be a good one for when you disarm after you've crashed. Don't get mad, it's not my fault. Eight. Farts. 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 5. Here we go. Fly acro. Fly acro. Here, in case you need it. Fly acro. Fly acro. Fly acro. Fly acro. Turtle mode. Wait, no, here we go. Turtle mode. Engage. So there's that. Type in chat what you guys want me to say, and I'll just read it off and say it. Yeah, don't get mad would totally work for turtle mode as well.
4.
What's that one? Oh! There's that, and then there's this. This is the better one. That's what this guy's supposed to sound like, but he getting a little. Just don't crash. Just don't crash. Just don't crash. That's the answer. There you go. There's a couple. It just did the thing again. I think that might already be in here. 1.21 gigawatts. June Logo says FAA Ligma? FAA Ligma. FAA Ligma balls. FAA Ligma balls. FAA Ligma balls. Here's a good one.
Greetings, cretins. Hello, friends. Help me! Help me!
Farts!
Help me!
That's a quick one. What's this?
Here, sniff it! Here, sniff it! Ooh, it smells good! Here we go.
Oh, this has to be when you arm.
Here we go, fuckers!
Although you're gonna get sick of that, but that's the arming sound.
Here we go, fuckers!
Oh, that's a good one. Not like this. That's a good one too, Danzilla. Not like this. Not like this. Mother of God. Like Ramathorn and Super Troopers. Mother of God. Mother of God. There, now you guys can pick. Is this real life? I think Is This Real Life is in here. Is this real life? Alright, hold on. Denzilla Terrible says, you haven't flown until you have flown. Have I said that? That's not something I've said. No, I will not say that, June Loco. Oh, this is another really good one.
I have thumbs. Fuck off. I'll beat you with a hammer. Is this gonna work?
That's a good one. So is this one. There's so many good ones for when you arm it. I wonder if there's a way to randomize it so that every time you arm it, because there's a whole bunch that work for arming. Here's another one.
It's for science, yo.
Yeah, this is the best. For when you select your Cinewhoop profile.
Let's do some Cinewhoop things.
We didn't fly until we flew. CiottiFPV 2022. That's ridiculous.
Let's do some Cinewhoop things, fuckers. Love you, bye!
I faded it out. I did say that? Oh, well. I need a random function on OpenTX. Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you.
Love you, bye!
Yo, there's some really, really, really good ones in here.
No. No. What? Why?
That's the disarm. That's disarm right there.
No. What? Why?
Or the beeper switch, maybe.
Oh, farts.
There's some good farts ones in here.
Oh, farts. Oh god, battery's going dead. Too low.
There's your your battery low warning.
Oh god, the battery. Oh god, why?
That's a good one too. Yeah, there's so many good ones in here.
One. Oh, really? Hold on.
The whole sound pack is for like arming and disarming.
Ooh, it smells good. 7.
You guys are the best, man. You guys are the absolute greatest for doing stuff like this.
Sucks to be you. Ha! Wow! welcome back, fuckers. Whee! What do you think of that? What's up, you beautiful bastards? What's up, you filthy animals?
So, yeah, that's gonna be amazing. I that's gonna be ridiculous, dude. I'm very excited for that. Don't rush Quadbot. He's he does an awful lot for me and these streams and by extension all of you beautiful people. But yeah, if there's anything that you guys want on the sound pack, let me know and I will say them. Kevin Sumner says, I'm on vacation sharing a room with my sleeping children. My wife just woke up to tell me to shut up. Sorry, Kevin. Shit. It's 12:02, yo. I gotta just, I mean, I've just got a bunch more screwing to do. You know, that's my life sometimes. Paulie Shortcut says, hey kid, don't lose your dad's drone or you're grounded. Mr. Blue Sky's laughing out loud. He needed it. What else? Helicopter! Oh yeah, Kevin Summer, the good one. Flies like a 5-inch. Flies like a 5-inch. Flies like a 5-inch. This quad flies like a 5-inch. What else? Oh yeah, love you bye for failsafe for sure. Failsafe, what the fuck? There's one. Failsafe, what the shit? I can do this all day. We can do this all day. All day long. If an ESC could play these on startup, oh my god. Kevin Sumner says, I got a bunch more screwing to do. That's gotta go. I got a bunch more screwing to do, friends. So like, what are the things on the transmitter that play sounds, right? It's just like it's just switches. So arm and disarm. So like acro. So acro, horizon. What's the other one? Angle. But we got to do more than that. Check out the angle on my dangle. No, hold on, I banged the screwdriver on the thing. Check out the angle on my dangle. All right, so that's a good one for angle mode. Horizon. Horizon hobby sucks. No, that's mean. Oh no, here we go. Ready? Angle, you pussy. Horizon, you wuss. Acro. Ah, there you go. There's a few. Paulie Shortcut says, you're fucked! For receiver disconnected. What else does it play sounds for? The countdown. Here, let me do a better set of numbers for the countdown, because that 10-to-1 countdown was me being crazy. I'll just do a regular countdown. 10. Wait, no, I just gotta do it regular. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0. Marco for beeper? What's that? Throttle active. Throttle active. Armed. Disarmed. So for armed, there's so many for armed. Check out my noodle arms. I don't know. That could be one. Man, creating a sound pack, you could spend your life doing that. You could spend the entire rest of your life thinking up of fun things to say for a sound pack. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do here, I got all the screws out. I did all the unscrewing. Now I just got to go do the rescrewing. But we're not going to do that today. We're going to wait on that. We're going to re-screw maybe on Friday. So if that has a stand, yep, these are the perfect length. Okay, cool. So these screw lengths will work, which is pretty great. I just have to, yeah, screw them all back in. You need units, volts, amps. Oh, okay. Volts, amps. What are the other units? I think that's just it, right? Volts, amps. Oh, Metal, you missed some good stuff. Some good stuff. Polycircuit says, take that bitch out of neutral for the throttle warning. What else do they say? Oh, low battery. Oh. What's a good one for low battery? That's what my radio just says more than anything else. Recharge the battery, you idiot. What else? Recharge the battery or you're going to lose your shit. There's a soundbite of Samuel L. Jackson from way back in the day. Back when like soundbites first came out. I'm sorry, soundboards first came out on the on computers. There was this soundbite of Samuel. I think it was a Samuel saying "male motherfucker" that I just loved. And I forget why I was saying that just now. Arm, motherfucker. Disarm, motherfucker. What was it? Why was I saying that just now? Butterton says, you just need your mom to round it out. Kevin Sumner says, battery critical needs you freaking out when you realize you've run a battery down too low. Oh, that's it. Battery, motherfucker. For like a short battery warning. Danzilla Terrible says, telemetry? We don't need to... Wait. There it is. Telemetry? Where we're going, we don't need telemetry. That's a good one. Yeah, low battery. Low battery. Wait, here we go. The lowest of batteries. That's the one. That's what you want. That's what you want. Your battery is low. What's wrong with you? Symbol crash for disarm. It's a good idea. Actually, you know what would be the best transmitter battery low warning? Ready? Here it is. Your transmitter battery is low. Because like every time it says battery low, I'm like, oh, did it just magically start getting telemetry from the quad and the quad battery is low? No. Here's a good one. This big-ass transmitter battery is low. That's the one. Because the transmitter batteries are always big. McConnell Studios rightly says YouTube can't check your sound files for Clamman. Hell yeah. Yeah. But I mean, Clamman is such a big sound bite, like putting that on a transmitter is going to suck because it's going to do it over and over and over again, and you're going to lose your mind. All right, guys, it is 10 after 12. I'm going to leave some of this screwing for later. I love you guys, though. Thanks for hanging. And, hey, we got some stuff done, yo. Like, it didn't look like this at the beginning of the stream. Ooh, that's a good one, Paulie. Did you even charge this month? Wait, no, I got to put a gap in it. Did you even charge this motherfucker? There you go. There's a good one. All right, guys. Thanks for the help. If you think of anything else that's, like, really good, like, as you're... well, yeah, now you guys know that there's going to be a transmitter sound pack. So, think of some other stuff, and you know good and well that I'll say pretty much whatever you want. Although, you know what? Hold on. I do need to get this one screw in here, or else it'll disappear. So, hold on. Don't fuck this up again, Danzilla. There's one. Right, Nine's gonna get the audio up. Thank you, dude. Shout out to all you beautiful people that stick around and help out and donate and just generally be One of the more amazing groups of people. I mean, to be honest, like the most amazing group of people that I've met in my life. But what I was going to say is like one of the most amazing groups of people in FPV. When I do, so like people will find me on Fiverr that don't know about the live stream and don't know about you guys. And it's always like, I take a lot of pride in like being able to explain to those people that like you guys are a very unique group that are like so valuable and so smart and talented and great builders and great tuners and great pilots and all the things. It's very, very cool. And I don't take that lightly. It's got a good thing going here. So let's keep it on going. Forevers. What's all that noise up there? All these noises coming from upstairs. Play with my stick. Play with my sticks. Play with my dick. Oh, we can do no, because everything is for arming and disarming. Check out my stick ends, fools. Check out my stick ends, you dick. Check out my dick ends, you stick. All day. Do this all day. This is the Stick and Dick End Fund. Hey, speaking of, the Stick and Dick End boxes are back. So if you want to rent them out, head on over to the Discord channel. Patrons have access to the Stick and Dick End text channel. And I've explained in there how it works. So check it out. You'll dig it. Look at that. I got some purple standoffs on. That's the real progress here. This guy is going to go all purple standoff. The last 3 rigs that I've built have used M2 standoffs, which, if you've been paying attention, you'll know that I absolutely hate. They're very weak. The worst part about them is they're so thin that if you put any kind of a sideways load on them, they just like fall the fuck over. The M3 ones are so much more beefy in that direction that they tend to get a lot of stress put on them. So I have just tons of M3 standoffs in all my favorite colors, but M2 standoffs I don't have a lot of. So the last 3 builds have been on with red M2 standoffs, and I was just getting really tired of those. So on that newbie drone order, I remembered that they have M2 standoffs, so I snagged some purple ones. And I will be replacing the fronts and the rears as well, but just not right now, because I'm going to end the stream so that I'm not screaming and yelling while people are trying to sleep in this house. I love you guys so much. Kevin Sumner says that's why there's 8 of them. I'm going to play... Hey, oh, by the way, the flying at the beginning of the stream was the rig that we were talking about on the last stream, the 75mm Jungle Gym bashing Cinewhoop, and I'm going to play a little bit more video from that rig. I think this is that rig. Let me double check. Yep, this is that rig. So yeah, this is the analog, obviously, Mobula 7 ELRS with the 0802 27,000 kV iGao limited edition motors with 1.5mm motor shafts, so I can crash the shit out of it like you're about to see, and it doesn't just implode. Motor scaled down a little bit. 27,000 kV is a ton, so I had these motor scaled down probably to like 90%, around 25,000 kV. Gemfan biblades, 1.6 inch biblades, of course, and that's about it. That's about it. Hey! There we go. Get some music going for you guys here. Come on! There we go. Oh, this fucking song. Hell no. This won't fit the flying at all. Neither will that. This'll work. Thank you, Danzilla the Terrible. You were not terrible at all. Love you guys. Here's some tiny whooping with the Jungle Gym Basher. The full build is up on Joshua's website. See you guys later. I love you. Bye!
諦めんなよ。